Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 6. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Welcome everyone. I'm Whitney Ward. Tonight, Spokane County Democrats believe they were targeted in a political attack after a man walked into their headquarters with a bomb threat this morning.
The headquarters are inside of a labor union building on North Division. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley joins us there live tonight with the latest updates from police. Amanda?
Mark and Whitney, the area is no longer taped off and police have now left the scene, but we have just learned this evening that the bomb squad was able to determine that there was no explosive device. Now, Spokane Police Sergeant Terry Pruniger says the man walked into the Teamsters Labor Union building and headed straight for the Spokane County Democrats headquarters, which is located on the first floor of the building. Spokane police officers on scene say the man repeatedly threatened to blow up the Teamsters Union building and held one person in an office against their will. They say they found smoke when they went inside.
It was evident the male had started a fire inside one of the offices, and then he also indicated that he started his device.
Police say everyone did get out of the building safely. The Spokane County Democrats chair, Nicole Bishop, told me she believes this was a politically motivated incident. One of the volunteers in the office told her the man went straight into their office on the first floor, which was clearly marked with a sign.
He handed a manifesto to our volunteers and said that he had a bomb, and she was able to see out of his backpack there were wires that were coming out of it. And so she was put in a really precarious position. He apparently was pretty physically aggressive in that he was a taller, more imposing gentleman who kept approaching her and walking closer toward her. So it was certainly a scary situation for our volunteers, and my heart absolutely breaks for them. I'm grateful, of course, that they're physically safe, but knowing what they went through today, it's definitely a lot of care is going their way.
She says there were at least 2 volunteers in the Spokane County Democrats offices today, possibly 3, but thankfully no one was hurt. Now, Major Crimes and the Explosive Disposal Unit are investigating the incident. And again, that bomb squad has determined that there was no explosive device. This is an ongoing investigation, and police say right now they will not be identifying the suspect. Reporting in North Spokane tonight, Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you very much. Also tonight, Spokane Regional Health District is reporting 230 new COVID-19 cases, as well as 2 new deaths. That brings the total number of deaths here countywide now to 295. In the meantime, 128 residents are in the hospital this evening. Now keep in mind, this week's case numbers do include more than 700 positive cases connected to an outbreak out at the Airway Heights Corrections Center. Several hundred were included in yesterday's record-breaking tally, and another 69 from the Corrections Center were reported today. And just to put all of that in perspective, we've had about 21,000 cases confirmed so far since the entire start of this pandemic. It took us about 8 months to reach 10,000 cases, but only 5 weeks to double that and get to 20,000.
Meantime, North Idaho set a grim new record today for case numbers and COVID deaths in a single day. The Panhandle Health District reporting 419 new coronavirus cases. There are currently 67 people in the hospital. They're reporting 11 new deaths today. And in total, there have been 140 deaths in North Idaho.
Well, a very cold, cloudy day here across the inland Northwest. Now, as we're looking toward the weekend, we could actually see some snow.
Yeah, let's get straight to meteorologist Tom Sherry. And Tom, that's obviously good news for folks who want to get up to the mountains.
Yeah, we're going to get some snow on Friday, and then we're going to get more snow moving in Saturday night and Sunday. And we actually could see moderate amounts of snow falling into Sunday morning. And interesting, if you were to look at the almanac, you know, our high temperature today would say 40 degrees, 41 degrees. That occurred like around 2 a.m. All day long, we've been pretty much at that temperature in between, say, 31 and 33 degrees. Right now, we're at 32 degrees. You can see the winds are calm right now. Take a look at the satellite and radar picture. A few clouds across the area. Most of them are the low clouds, though. We had dense fog out towards Davenport earlier today and in the Moses Lake area. Made for some slow going on some of the highways and on the roads out there. We'll look for more of that low clouds and fog setting up in the overnight hours. Some of it freezing with an overnight low of 27. 57. We think that we'll start out with cloudy skies Thursday morning, but by the mid-afternoon hours, we should get some clearing. If we get some of that sunshine that I think we'll see, we will get up to 39 degrees. If we don't get the clearing, it won't get that warm. For the weekend, we've got, again, snow developing Saturday night into Sunday, maybe changing over to a rain-snow mix by the afternoon. Also snow on the way for Friday. We'll check the rest of your 10-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Spokane Public Schools is now one of 10 districts across the state to be selected to begin a school-based COVID testing program. For more information, we're turning straight to Ian Smay in the newsroom tonight. Ian?
Thanks, Whitney. The program is in collaboration with the Washington State Department of Health to enhance safety in schools and limit the spread of the coronavirus. SPS is hoping to start testing in January, and if it goes well, the program could expand to other area districts. Over the next few weeks, Spokane Public Schools says it will start educating staff and families with information about how it will all work, including testing protocol, the COVID-19 tests themselves, volunteer testing, and contact tracing. Also this week, Chaz Health opened a drive-thru at the Spokane Arena. The site is to be open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For information on testing sites around the Inland Northwest, text the word TEST to 509-448-2000 and we'll text you the information. In the newsroom tonight, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.
Ian, thank you very much. And as the pandemic surges across the country, pet adoptions are at an all-time high, and so are pet scams. Last week, we shared the story of a local woman who was grieving the death of her daughter and was targeted in a puppy scam. Jeannie Dixon thought she was buying a Newfoundland puppy from a breeder online, but she was ripped off instead. She lost more than $2,000 and never did get that dog. Well, the story resonated with many of you. Immediately after it aired, several people offered to gift Jeannie a puppy. I was there over the weekend when a local breeder gave Jeannie a Newfoundland puppy.
I'm overwhelmed by the kindness of strangers and so grateful, very grateful.
So hear more from Jeannie and that local breeder who stepped up to help her. My full story coming up tomorrow night right here on KREM 2 News at 6 o'clock. Well, Washington is set to receive its first batch of COVID vaccines in the coming days, and we've been getting a lot of questions from you about the vaccine. For example, should you still wear a mask in public after you receive the vaccine? The answer to that question and more coming up after the break.